Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my respected lecturer, Sir Shamsul Samsudin. My name is Aina Akila Azahari from JBC 2423A. Today, I would like to present about the mergers and acquisition concept in the financial. Let's take a look at the other slide. First of all, I would like to briefly share about the mergers and acquisition. Basically, is a general term to use to describe the consolidation of companies or assets through various types of financial transactions. Most of the companies in the Malaysia choose to grow with mergers and acquisition because they wanted to improve their market share and to control their assets. Furthermore, financial economists now view mergers as a part of a broader market for corporate control. Secondly, the thing that I would like to share is about the definition of mergers, form of takeovers, mean of acquisition, type of acquisition, and defensive tactics. The first one is definition of mergers. A merger is corporate strategy to combine with another company and operate as a single entity. The companies agreed to mergers are typically equal in terms of size and the scale of operation. Other than that, merger also the voluntary fusion of two companies on broadly equal terms into one new legal entity. Mergers are most commonly done to gain market share, reduce cost of operation, expand to new market, and increase company sale and profit. A merger also is a financial activity that is undertaken in large variety of industry, such as healthcare, financial institution, and private investment. Next is forms of takeovers. The first one is horizontal mergers. It can be defined as a merger between companies that are in direct competition with each other in terms of product lines and markets. The second one is vertical mergers. That means a merger between companies that are along the same supply chains at different stages of production. The third one is conglomerate mergers, that is involve company in unrelated line of business. There are two types of conglomerate mergers, conglomerate mergers and mixed conglomerate mergers. Next is market extension mergers. It can be defined as merger between companies that sell the same product or services but that operate in different markets. The last one is product extension mergers. It can be defined as a merger between companies that sell related products or services and that operate in the same market. Next, let me explain to you about the acquisition. An acquisition can be defined as a corporate transaction where one company purchases a portion or all of another company's share or asset. Acquisitions are typically made in order to take control of and build on the target company's strength and capture synergies. The acquiring company buys the share or the asset of the target company, which gives the acquiring company the power to make decisions concerning the acquired asset without needing the approval of shareholder from the target company. There are several types of business combination acquisition. Both companies survive, one company survive, and neither company survive. Other than that, let me explain to you about the type of acquisition. There is four types of acquisition. The first one is horizontal acquisition. In the market, the biggest factor to be factored while drafting any business formula is competition. If the entity has to grow in the market, it will have to constantly strive to maximize its share in the market. The second one is vertical acquisition. To have all the activity related to any business gives synergy benefit to any entity. A vertical acquisition can be made by either backward integration or forward integration. The third one is conglomerate acquisition. Conglomerate acquisition occurs in between the entity that is a completely in different product line, different geographies, and different customer base and has a completely different business model. The last one is conglomerate acquisition. This is when companies sharing a similarity come together. This can be anything, either similar production, technology, or similar distribution channel, and so on, but the production activity of the two companies is not related. The last part is defensive tactics. Defensive tactic or defensive mechanism that used to set any of procedure that are employed by a target company to prevent a hostile takeover. It can be divided by two, which is pre-offer defense mechanism and post-offer defense. The type of pre-offer defense. The first one is poison field defense, the second one is poison put defense, the third one is golden parachutes, the fourth one is supermajority provision. Poison field defense is adding more share to a target company stock, make it more difficult and expensive for a potential buyer to get a controlling interest in the target. The second one is aimed to increase the total cost of acquisition. The third one is parachute, refer to severance pay or benefit due to the top management staff in the event of their termination from their job, such as make occur as part of a hostile takeover. The last one is supermajority provision. It changes to the corporate charter requiring larger majority of companies' shareholders to approve mergers or acquisition before a merger or acquisition can be approved by the board. Next, I will explain about the type of post-offer defense. The first one is crown jewel defense, second one is Pac-Man defense, the third one is white knight defense, and the last one is green male defense. Crown jewel defense is selling the most valuable asset of the company to another company. Pac-Man defense is occur when a target company attempts to acquire its potential acquirer when a takeover bid has already been received. The third one is one of the strategy that involves the acquisition of a company target as is one of the friendly to that target company. The last one, green mile defense. The target company buying back share of its own stock from a takeover bidder who has already acquired a substantial number of shares in pursuit of a hostile takeover. I hope you gained something in my presentation. Thank you. That's all from me, Aina Akila binti Azhari. Bye bye.